It's been a while since last na nag-review tayo ng realme phone. And this got me excited ang realme GT7 Pro. Nawawalan ako ng gana i-review mga local release ng realme kasi and realme 13 na may Dimensity 6300 tawag nila gaming phone daw. Ito ang the real gaming beast. Dahil this one comes together with the Snapdragon 8 Elite, Corning Gorilla Glass 7i, Android version 15 na may realme UI 6.0, triple 50MP camera lens, 6,500 mAh na silicon carbon na battery with 120 watts na fast charging capability. More details after this quick intro. Now, itong Realme GT7 Pro na may 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage comes at a price point na 35,000 pesos. And nabili ko to sa UKDB Gadgets, which I'll post the link on the description box below. Now, talk about design. I would say na it brings some excitement back dito sa Realme GT series. Eh, makita mo yung white niya dito sa likod. Looks really nice and may pagka-pearl white ang finish niya. Kaya medyo mukha siyang very elegant. Hindi siya yung paper white ang finish, pero medyo may pagka-pearlish white. And I like yung kanyang camera bump dito. Very simple and flat na flat siya. So, wala na mga camera ring. May nakasulat pa dito, hyper image. Yung kanyang case dito sa gilid may pagka-curved edge, pero yung kanyang side flat na flat. Now, ang likod nito is glass finish. Panag-glass ang kanyang protection. Aluminum side frames, and ang kanyang harap is a Corning Gorilla Glass 7i protection. Meron siyang IP69 dust and water resistance, pero wag na ilulublog sa swimming pool. Overall, yung feel niya is good. Gustong-gusto kong hawakan to, no? Except na a little bit edgy konti dito dahil yung kanyang frame is a bit makanto, pero yung kanyang side naman na case is good. Hindi lang siya unibody kasi may two-step siya dito. Now, this phone is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite. So, alam naman natin, it's the most powerful na chip na meron ni Qualcomm. And ito ang score na nakuha natin, 2.55 million points sa AnTuTu benchmark. And we break it down, this is what I got. Near 6,000 ang kanyang loop score, nakuha ko dito sa Wildlife Extreme, and 63% ang kanyang stability. Ito ang score na nakuha ko dito sa CPU benchmarking na Geekbench, and sa kanyang GPU benchmark. Medyo rocky ang kanyang thermals, and it-throttled to 71% ng kanyang best performance. So, expect in future updates dito, mas maging efficient ang Snapdragon 8 Elite. So, talking about battery, 6,500 mAh ang kanyang battery, and it uses the new na technologies. Silicon carbon na kanyang materials, no longer using the lithium-ion na material na medyo luma. And sabi nila ang silicon carbon is medyo mas heat resistant, giving you better performance sa inyong battery consumption. And this one can fast charge up to 120 watts of fast charging. 0 to 100 takes you a little bit above 30 minutes to charge. Now, on day-to-day consumption, the phone na ito can last you for a whole day without even charging. As long as hindi ka babad sa gaming, hindi ka rin babad sa video conferencing, hindi ka rin babad na mag-take ng video all day long, kaya-kaya naman na magtagal. And nung sinalang ko to sa battery stress test ng PC Mark, I was able to squeak out a 9 hours and 17 minutes na screen on time. For me, it's pretty good. Pero expect na natin ang Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite would be a little bit more power hungry kahit 6,500 mAh ang kanyang battery size. Na maganda experience ko dito sa kanyang screen. It has a 6.78-inch na LTPO AMOLED display with 120Hz screen refresh rate, HDR10+ and Dolby Vision, and ang kanyang maximum brightness mataas sa 6,500 nits if you're watching HDR content. If you're browsing naman through dito sa socials, expect mo a really good experience dahil ang ganda ng kanyang screen, the colors are punchy, and I love scrolling on this phone, especially sa mga social media like Facebook and TikTok. Talagang mabilis ang scrolling mo, basta maganda yung internet connection, wala kang maging problema dito. And if you're watching mga long format na videos, expect a good performance din dito dahil it supports HD content kasi meron siyang level 1 na Wi-Fi security level. And watching on YouTube, expect to give you a really good immersive experience dahil the colors are really great. I love the experience watching on this phone. Now, this phone has two speakers, sa ilalim and the other one coming from yung earpiece dito sa speaker grills. Check natin performance. Honestly, yung kanyang sound is really great, malakas, and ma-feel mo yung bass dito sa kanya. Parang medyo nayugunti ang phone na ito. And I love the sounds coming up from this one. And if you love music, may enjoy mo to with Spotify or other music players from your phone. Now, naglaro tayo ng 3 titles dito. I played Call of Duty Mobile, Farlight 84, and Genshin Impact. Pagdating naman sa Call of Duty Mobile, expect a really good immersive experience dahil a flagship phone like this can really give you a really smooth game experience. And playing the Call of Duty Mobile isn't any exception. It was able to let me enjoy itong game na ito. The sound was great, the touch response was really fast, and one thing to like dito sa kanya is magandang view ko dito sa phone na ito. Playing after 30 minutes dito, I was able to get a temperature of 39 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Firelight 84, sinagad ko rin ka na graphical settings and the gameplay was really good. And naglaro ako ng 3 VR matches dito para ma-feel ko yung game. And after an hour of gameplay, I would say na sobrang smooth ang gameplay. Wala kang mapapansin na lags or anything dito sa kanya. And the sound was really good, the touch response was good, and pinakamainin na na-achieve niya is 39 degrees Celsius. And pagdating sa Genshin Impact Snapdragon 8 Elite, kayang-kaya naman talaga mag-perform. I would say na sobrang smooth naman din ng experience ko dito. It was able to let me play the game to my heart's content. And battling the bosses dito, and medyo marami sila on the certain battlefield. Wala ako na feel na lags dito sa kanya, and the touch response was really great. Though, one thing to like dito sa kanya, it seems to me na magandang cooling technology dito sa loob, and pinakamainin na na-achieve niya is just a 42 degrees Celsius. Now, one thing na napansin ko dito sa GT7 Pro is medyo mabilis mag-drain if you're playing games. Lalo na ko all high settings, sagad-sagaran sa Genshin Impact, you would definitely need a power bank or simply just plug it to your adapter. Lalo na if you're outside playing games, I would suggest to bring a power bank. And I have here is a cuktech, the P series, the power bank. This is a 10,000 mAh the power bank and supports up to 150 watts of fast charging. Nung ginagamit ko to while I was playing games, ang bilis niya mag-charge dito sa phone. And it was able to give me a super VOOC charging while I was playing games. Ito guys, so tingnan niyo, nag-super VOOC charging siya. There's only a few power banks na kaya mag-support ng super VOOC charging sa mga realme devices, and cuktech is just one of them. What I like dito sa kanya is very small, sleek ang ganang design, and yet very powerful. 150 watts of pure power ang kaya nabigay sa'yo. And sa taas, it has 2 charging port, isang A port and isang C port. Definitely you should use the C port to give you the faster charging capability. So if you're interested dito, link on the description. Napag-usapan na natin ang camera nito phone na ito. This one has a 50MP na main camera sensor with OIS, 50MP na telephoto lens with OIS and 3 times optical zoom, and a 8MP na ultra-wide lens with 112 degrees na field of view. This one can shoot you up to 8K and 24 FPS, and the front-facing camera is 16MP which can shoot you up to 1080p and 60 FPS. Now, subukan muna natin tingnan ng some of the shots na nakuha ko dito sa Realme GT7 Pro. And I would say na some of these shots are really nice. Natural ang feel niya, and you would get yung tamang color, tamang timpla ng color ng kanyang greens. Hindi siya saturated and hindi rin siya overexposed. So I would say na maganda ang kanyang pagkakuha. Ay kumuha ka some of this Christmas flower shot. I would say na really good ang kanyang pagkapula. You know, very natural red niya. And taking some really nice quick shot like this one looks really nice and pop out ang kanyang subject. And if you're on the go and may nakita kang pusa while you're walking, makapag-quick snap naman siya. Kahit medyo malikot ang pusa na ito while I was taking this shot, I was still able to capture some really nice moments from this cat. I was able to take in some nice Christmas decor shot from the outdoors, makita mo talagang maganda ang pagka-capture niya. Though this shot is a little bit more of a overexposed shot for me, medyo namumuti siya compared to this one. So depende sa exposure, no? And you'll be able to get some really nice shot like this one. Ang ganda ng kanyang color even on the outdoors at medyo maliwanag ang araw. And taking some shots like this one looks really nice, and I would say na ang ganda pagka-capture nitong camera niya. And if you're trying to take some city shot, ang ganda rin ng kanyang pagkakuha, and you really see some nice details from the cloud. Now, nilaro naman natin ang kanyang different lenses. This is the ultra wide shot, normal, 2 times, 3 times, and 6 times. Kita natin still sharp after 6 times zooming. Now, once na dinala mo naman kanyang camera on indoor, medyo low light, still able to perform, magandang camera. I would say na taking some of this food shot like this one, simpleng luya lang to, but I was able to capture some really nice details. And even though mga Christmas decor shot, I would say na, ganda ng kanyang pagkakuha. Even though cake na ito was really nice, and pati itong waffle nito, kahit walang ilaw, no, still good ang kanyang shot. And trying to take some details dito, makita mo pag zoom mo, ang ganda ng kanyang details. Really nice ang kanyang pagka-background blur. And taking some more Christmas decor shot from the indoor, you'll really appreciate tong kanyang camera. Really nice ang camera ni Realme GT7 Pro. And taking some gown shot like this one, makita mo mga details niya sa kanyang mga beads. And strolling around sa loob ng hotel, you'll be able to capture some nice shots from this one. Nung gabi na, dinabas ko tong camera, medyo pansin ko medyo overexposed dito sa kanyang right side. But on the other shots na night shot, I was able to capture in some really nice snaps dito sa mga Christmas decor dito sa Dapitan Arcade. And yeah, I would say na pretty nice, no? Depende lang sa exposure. But nung shot na ito, I really love this shot. Except na sayang sa sana nang umilaw lahat, no? Parang ang ganda ng color, pero iba-ibang ganyang pattern. Kahit medyo madilim to, well, I was able to capture a good snap from Santa. Now, pag-usapan natin ang selfie camera on outdoor, I would say it was able to capture me some really nice snaps. I would say na pretty good ang camera ni GT7 Pro pagdating sa selfie on outdoor. I was able to capture some really nice details sa aking mukha. And on indoor situation, I would say na still good. Still able to preserve many details from my face. And yeah, like this one, I would say na not bad, pero medyo a little bit softer. And this one is still looking good, but a little bit soft pag zoom in mo na siya. If you're checking the front-facing camera, I would say na not bad. Stable siya. And magandang kanyang resolution if you're using it just for vlogging, or walking just using this camera without any gimbal. Very, very stable siya. Pretty good. And if you're walking using the rear camera, I would say na stable din siya. Smooth din ang kanyang transition, shooting a 4K video. Pretty good din ang kanyang resolution. You'll be able to get some really nice vlog if you're using this phone for vlogging. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa Realme GT7 Pro? It has bring some excitement back for me personally sa Realme na phones, and I would say na ang performance nito is definitely good. Powerhouse siya, and if you're buying something like a Snapdragon 8 Elite and you're looking for a budget below 40,000 pesos, ito mabilis i-recommend to kasi this is just 35,000 pesos, which you can easily buy from UKDB Gadgets, which I'll post the link on the description box below kung saan nyo siya pwede mabili, and pwede mo rin naman to mabili sa Shopee and Lazada sa mga links na I'll be providing on the description box below din. Overall, I would say sobrang powerhouse tong phone na ito, be it sa camera and sa gaming, and you can definitely consider this as your next daily driver. But just a word of warning, China ROM siya, and I'm not quite sure kung lalabas to in the Philippines pretty soon. Abangan nyo lang. But kung lumabas to sa Philippines, don't expect it to be priced at 35,000 pesos. Ang estimate ko, baka 50,000 pesos. So if you like this video and marami ka natutunan, don't forget to share it to your friends, and a sub to this channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next one. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.